Hello everyone, good afternoon. So I welcome you all to the Second International Colloquium on Recent Trends in Computer Science, sponsored by AICTE and organized by Wireless Internetworking Group Wing of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, VVCE Mysuru, in association with VVCE-ACM Student Chapter. Firstly, I would like to welcome all the management members of VV Sangha. I would like to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. B. Sadeshiva Gaura, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome you, sir. Now I would like to welcome the guest speaker of this session, Dr. Noor Zaman. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to welcome our beloved HOD, Dr. V. Ravi Kumar. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome all the participants. Welcome you all participants. I'd like to introduce our speaker for the day, for this session. Dr. Noor Zaman is currently working as Associate Professor and Director, CSS 5 at School of Computer Science and Engineering, Taylor's University, Malaysia. Besides of teaching, research and administrative responsibilities, he is Director for the Center of Smart Society 5.0 and heading the Cyber Security Research Cluster, where he is supervising a great number of postgraduate students, mainly in the cybersecurity for data science. Cybersecurity Research Cluster has extensive research collaboration globally with several professional bodies. He has introduced courses related to cybersecurity, specialization including wireless networks and security, secured software systems, computer forensic, intrusion detection systems. He is a link between industry partners and academia as a cybersecurity specialist for data science to represent Taylor's University. A good number of postgraduate students are graduated under his supervision. Dr. Noor Zaman is Associate Editor and Editorial Assistant Board for several reputable journals, including IEEE Access Journal, PC member for several IEEE conferences worldwide, and guest editor for reputed indexed journals, and also active reviewer for a series of Q1 journals, has been awarded globally as top 1% reviewer by Publons. He has high index publications in Web of Science, Scopus, SCI, and ISI, and his collective research impact factor is more than 139 points. He has international patents on his account, edited, authored more than 21 research books published by world-class publishers. He has a great experience of supervising and co-supervising postgraduate students, an ample number of PhD and master graduated under his supervision. He has an external PhD master thesis examiner evaluator for several universities globally. He has completed more than 20 international funded research grants. He has served as keynote speaker for several international conferences, presented several webinars worldwide, chaired international conference sessions. He has achieved consequently higher performance award. I welcome you, Dr. Noor Zaman. Please take over the session, sir.
Thank you very much for the introduction and for your nice words. Just a normal. So nice of you. First of all, I must say thanks to the management for providing this opportunity and inviting for today's event. Today, we are going to discuss about the topic, which is the Industrial Revolution 5.0, which is normally known as the IR 5.0 as well. And we need to see that what is the Industrial Revolution 5.0. Already we are well aware about the IR 4.0 and why we feel a need for this one and the rest of the things related to the IIoT. These are the points that we will be trying to discuss and focus on in our today's presentation. Thanks again for inviting. Here is my details, and I hope that the email and other details are already with you. So anyone who can try to reach me, they can reach through this information and by finding my profile. So going ahead, this is only a few of the our third book. Maybe someone is interested for this one out of those which are mentioned. Now, we're coming to what's our agenda. Our agenda is today for Industry 5.0. Now, Industry 5.0, most of us, we are very much well aware about the Industry 4.0, which is normally in full swing and still it is not implemented in many parts of the world. So why we are looking for the Industry 5.0? And what is actually the smart society? And what is that particular concept and how this is actually being supported, and this is actually being linked with the sustainable development goals by the United Nations. So these are the things that we will be discussing today, and then we will see that what are the major technologies. We have a group of the technologies, a great number of the technologies, but we will see out of those, there are the 10 technologies which are the mainly for the Industry 5.0. And when we are targeting for Industry 5.0 to be successfully implemented completely, so in that perspective, when we are looking for its completely successful implementation, what sort of the challenges are there? And then we will be discussing about the impact and opportunities as well. So then we will conclude our discussion. I hope that will be some informative session for all friends today. So now when we talk about the Industry 5.0, we are very much well aware that Industry 5.0 is still means nothing there, but it is only an imaginary, or it is only at the very early stages, we can say. Like for the Industry 4.0, this is already implemented in most parts of the world, but it is still not completely deployed in most of the countries. It depends on the infrastructure, so it is still in a process of deployment. Now here is the major concern that we need to see, that what is the difference between the Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0? Why we feel a need for the Industry 5.0 as well. So we are very much well aware about the Industry 4.0. So you can see the number of the years at the top. It mentioned that Industry 4.0 is also 2000, and the same thing it is mentioning that means after the 20 years that Industry 2020. So actually the Industry 5.0 having a plan to come up to the full swing, that is by 2030. Now what is the difference between both of them? If we see for the Industry 4.0, it is actually completely based on the internet, and completely it is data-driven society, or completely data-driven industry, we can say, where we involve the different sort of the technologies, and where we analyze the data, where we use the artificial intelligence, where we use the big data, and we play with the data, and we can control the things remotely, and then we can enhance our fulfill the requirements by enhancing the performance and optimizations for the industry. So if suppose we are already there at this stage that we are having these all of the things, then what is next for the Industry 5.0? So in Industry 5.0, we are focusing actually for the mass customization. Now, what is the mass customization? Actually, we can say that the Industry 5.0 is going to be as a partner with the machine, human as a partner with the machine, human as a partner with the robotics. So we can work together as a partner. No more means like what we have the concept with the Industry 4.0. In other words, we can say that the Industry 5.0 is actually a completely human-centric society. So when we talk about the society and we are discussing about the industry, so how it is? So actually, when we look behind for the Industry 5.0 concept, then we can see that there are the few things or few concepts that they are actually interlinked with them. So what these things are, so out of them, society or the smart society or the smart society 5.0, we can find it out with the different names. That is the concept behind it. And then when we talk about the United Nations, so they are looking for the global level, that how we can go for the sustainable products, sustainable cities, certain sustainable foods and other things. So these things are very much interlinked with each other. So when we talk about the smart society, that is the concept given by the Japanese government in 2016. And after that, these all things are interlinked with each other. So how they are interlinked with each other and what these things are, we are going to enlighten further on them. So when we see from the difference of the chart that where is the industry 5.0, where we are claiming that it will be going for the mass customization, and it will be looking for the cyber physical system. The cyber physical systems will be working on the cognitive based. They will be very intelligent. But if we go back to the fourth generation or the IR4, we can see a couple of things we are already doing in the industry IR4 revolution as well, and it is still not implemented yet. So that's what the clear difference here is. Then when we are focusing for the fifth generation or IR 5.0, that is actually we are not only looking for the mass customization, but we are looking at how parallel the machines, the robots, they can be working for us to elevate our society, to elevate the living standards of our peoples. So when we talk about the society, so it means that we are actually referring to the smart society, which is the concept being driven by the Japanese government in 2016. And why we are looking for to elevate the society living standards for this, because again, it is very much linked with the United Nations goals, which are normally known as the GSD. So this is the background for the IR 5.0. So in IR 5.0, we are looking at how smartly we can work with the machines and how everything will be a human-centric, not the data-centric. One more step ahead from this one. So we can see from here at the bottom, we are showing the slides are showing one of the presentation where the robots and the people, they are standing together. So why these are standing together? It means we are looking to work them as a partner. No more machines, no more humans, no more a separation. So they can work as a partner, completely human-centered approach, completely customized approach, completely technology-based industry, and completely this will be driven for the society, and that society is also known as Smart Society 5.0. So this is how the Generation 5 or IR5 is there, and when it will be, they are targeting to implement everything by 2030 maximum. So they already started, the researchers already started working on that particular side. So from here, we can see that industry revolution. So we are focusing from the different aspects. We are covering from the different aspects. So we can see that last, which is the fifth and the beyond, that is a completely focused on humans, completely focused on society, completely focused. If we just go back the previous one, so we are focusing for the industry, we are focusing for in a separate way for environment, we are focusing for in a separate component. But when we are now going, we are looking for the human-centric. So environment will come inside, industry will come inside, smart cities concepts will come inside. Not only the smart society, but we are looking at a larger scale where we are talking about the smart society completely. So this is how this will be different from the industry 4.0. So now, as we refer again and again about the society 5.0, so here is a little bit brief about the society 5.0, that when we reach to the society 5.0, so the aim behind the society 5.0 is to elevate the living standards for all of the peoples by involving the technology, and all of the technologies will work to the human-centric, and all of the technology will be work as a partner with the people. All of the technologies will be there, all of the things will be automated. So everything will be under the human control, but not like a mode what we have right now, but it will be everything on our fingertips, like that, or what we are discussing right now, that even the robotics and everything, they will be working as a parallel, as a partner, as a team with the humans. Now, what we discussed, that why we are looking for this one, the more important and major thing behind it, that is actually the sustainable development goals. So United Nations actually come up with the sustainable development goal, and they come up with the 17 different targets. So most of their targets are focusing that how to focus to the humans, how to elevate the living standards Okay, so most of these standards, if we just focus, then we can see that they are directly focusing that how the living standard of the people, how the society can be smarter, how the living can be means elevated for all of the peoples, those who are living in the cities, those who are living the corporate cities, those who are living in the smart cities, those who are living in even outside the cities in the rural areas as well. So this is actually the main goal, that how we are looking for the smart society and how we are looking for the IR5. Now, this all can be done for sure. Without the help of the technology, we cannot do anything. Right now, if suppose we focus for this pandemic period, which is almost now more than 1 year and 1.5 years, we all face a very critical challenges, no doubt in it. But again, somehow if we survive, somehow if we were able to continue our daily lives, so we can, if we just turn around ourselves and we can see that how it was possible, so we can see that it was possible just based on the technology. And now, like what we are connected with each other, this is also based on the technology. So now what we are looking for in IR, that this technology may go to its next level, where we can be means working as a partner. So this figure is actually can be explains a self-explanatory, which can explain more than 1,000 words, that how the industry 5.0 concept will be there. So the robots, they will be working with us as a parallel, means as a partner, not means like the industries where we are having the robots now and they are working on a very small scale. But then they will be taking their own decisions, they will be contributing for the society, they will be working as a partner. When we are saying a partner, it doesn't mean that they are only supporting us, but they will be taking decisions to make the society further better. So this is how the major technologies are there. So now, why we are discussing and focusing about these technologies, because that is actually the future. So when we talk about the technologies, so we need to focus on these technologies which are actually looking for, which are actually going to contribute for the IR5 and which will have the future aspects. So if we see that these are the 10 technologies which we just mark them separately, this doesn't mean that these are the only 10 technologies, but these are the most important 10 technologies which will be making more contribution towards the IR5. So if we see from here, for the 10 technologies, we have the big data, we have the digital twin, we have the cybersecurity, we have the clouds, we have the simulations, we have the additive manufacturing, we have the AR and VR, we have the drones and robots. So we have the horizontal and vertical system integration, we have industrial Internet of Things. So these all are the focused technologies which will make this enable to the IR 5.0. This is why we are saying that these technologies are there to contribute to make this dream real. Now we will be focusing a little bit for these technologies one by one, that how they can be. So in Industry 5.0, if we discuss with related to the augmented reality or AR, so they will be improving the decision making and the work process, but how they will be making this decision. So previously, recently I was reading one of the article. So in one of the country, the people, they were using for the AR for their staffs for the training purposes. What is for the training purpose? Because they have a very sophisticated labs when they hire the new employees. So in sophisticated labs, they are very much what we can say, the level is very different. In case if suppose any employer who is just going to make any mistake, so maybe it can lead to a very large amount of loss, or maybe it is not bearable. So when we are training to the employees, so employees for sure this is natural, they can make the mistakes about that. So what they have done, that they are using the AR technology, VR technology, combining with them, and they are creating the environment for them, and then they are giving them the trainings with them, and once they are really ready, then they can go for the last round of the training with the sophisticated systems as well. So this is how they are, means time saving, they are cost saving, they are very much effective, and they are actually the replacement for these type of issues where we have the critical machines, where we have critical processes, where we have critical installations. So this is how this is being used in a critical environment, including in the defense and everything. So this actually provides us a very real-time infrastructure and real-time the people who are getting trained, so they can be means considering everything like real one. So we are using the AR and VR in means so many different aspects as well. But here what we are looking for, so this is with respect to the IR 5.0. So this is how this will be contributing to this technology. Now researchers have means the separate questions and separate concerns. They are not agree for these 10 technologies. They are also focusing that there are the few more technologies they can be means able to contribute for the IR5, but because that is not mutually agreed by all of them, that's why we didn't include, like hologram technology, which is means not new, it's very old, but it was not very popular because of the internet. So that is which is waiting for the internet too, like that. So these are the 10 technologies that what we discuss, what we are discussing now. These technologies are focusing for that. So additive manufacturing, which is the 3D manufacturing concept, is there. So we are very much well aware that where the world is leading now, we can now build any sort of the design, any sort of the typical things. So this additive manufacturing is helping us in so many things, especially recently, 6 months before, there was the huge boat was built using the 3D printer, and it was having a very high level of performance. So if we just Google for it, we can find out so many different things. It is being used in medical. The 3D or additive manufacturing, it helps us a lot while we are during this pandemic situation for the medical assistance. So this is how this will be further helpful for IR during IR5 as well. So that's why it categorized, it took the place among the top 10 technologies which will be helping to the IR5. Then the cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is the major, the main concern, which is not only now, but it will remain for always. Not saying for the reason that I belong to the cybersecurity, but this is the fact. Like suppose now we are living with an age where we are means in the what we can say 5G, when the people they already started working for the 6G. So we don't know that where we will be going to stop. 5G is not the last option, because already researchers started working on the 6G. Again, the 6G will not be the last stop, so it will be going ahead. So we can see that the time will come that we can be able to means copy the data within the blink of eye, whatever the size of the data, whatever the size of the complete machine, entire machine data, that can be gone in blink of eye. So now how we see for the cyber physical systems, how we see the current systems, where we are at the moment. Currently we are having the different intrusion detection systems, we have the different firewalls, we have the different mechanisms where we are applying these things. But these things, when we are applying, they are successful or partially successful with this data rate. What will happen when this data rate will goes to the means in terabytes? So the Bell Laboratories recently they checked for the wire data that was more than a 40 terabyte per second. And recently the new chip hardware for the wireless was tested that goes for the 36 GB, that has a support for 36 GB per second. So that's what we discussed, that these things are not stopped here. So we are moving ahead. We don't know after 5 years or after 10 years where will be the internet, where will be the data rate. So the highest the data rate, highest the risk is involved. And the time will come when we will not have an option for identification of the cyber attacks, where we will not have the means option to use the existing systems, where we are identifying the problems and then we are means applying the mitigations. So the time will come, we will not be able to apply these solutions, but at that time we will be looking for the very smart cognitive based systems. Those systems can not only identify quickly, and also they can come up with the right mitigation methods as well. Because with that high data rate, if suppose anything is going to be identified, before we cure, before we go for the mitigation, everything will be lost. So that's what I mean, that the cybersecurity is very important whenever we are going with the means upward pace. So the cybersecurity is gaining its even more and more importance, and it become more and more critical with the time. Now industrial IoT, that what we are using already in industry IR 4.0 as well. That is actually making us enable, that is actually making us enable to take the decision, that is actually making us enable to means having the controlling the smart logistics supports for the industries, that is actually making us to control the industries as remotely. So that will be leading from Industry 4.0 to Industry 5.0 as well. So that will have even the more further role to contribute for the IR 5.0 as well. At the same time, the cloud. So now actually without the cloud means it seems that nothing is means considerable. Now even the time is there, like at the moment we are only using the Office now. Most of us we are using the Office, Microsoft Office, and so many other softwares. Now we normally don't install it. They are running from the cloud. But the time will come that everything will be means from the cloud, and our machines will be only the dump terminals. So for data driven, for operations, for data storage, for data processing, for everything, the cloud is very, very much important. So that is also the core technology, the core which will be having a high future because that is also going to contribute more towards the IR5. So these are the cutting edge technologies which will be means contributing more towards the IR5, and also they will be the base for IR 5.0. So that's what we are claiming, that IR5 will be a human-centric, and it will be addressing the issues, elevating the living standards of the society, and addressing the issues by supporting the GST by provided by the goals provided by the United Nations. Now, big data analytics, it's a very popular nowadays. Everyone knows about the big data. Everyone knows about the data science. Everyone is involved in this. So now even we are going for the data analytics. We can find out so many multiple demands for the analytics parts. So everything is the data driven at the moment. So this will be going to the next level as well when we will be going for the Industry 5.0. So this is how these technologies will be focusing on the production equipment and data, because without data we cannot do that anything. So this is how this will be also leading further to contribute to the IR 5.0. Now, how the robots are drones. This is the most important thing if we compare with the previous Industry 4.0, or even if we just go a little bit more back, then we will be able to see that there was a huge difference now. Now, the drones or robots, they are a revolution in itself in their own. So they will be contributing. Now we can see that these drones and the robots, they are involved in almost each and every operation. Now we are using them for agriculture, we are using them for the health, we are using them for the climate purposes, we are using them for the defense purposes, we are using them for the corporate sectors, we are using for everything. So just imagine that where it will be taking us to the next level while we will be going to towards the Industry 5.0. So in Industry 5.0, we are looking for that how autonomous robots will be there, how autonomous drones will be there. So they can go, they can perform their operations by their own, by their time clock, and without any having, and how our cars and everything will be going towards, we don't want to go more with the roads now. Okay, so that is another revolution is about to come. So we don't know about the time factor that when it will be, but that is actually the part, that is how they will be contributing towards the Industry 5.0 as well, our Industry Revolution 5.0 as well. Now simulation, when we talk about the simulation, it is very important because it actually saves us our time, it saves our efforts, it gives us a real idea about the things. So the previously what we are doing for the production, for checking their quality, for running their processes, we are already doing the simulations to check for everything. And simulation is mainly involved in our research and other projects as well. But now there is another thing that what we will be discussing as well, that is actually the digital twin. It is not, we cannot claim that it is very new. If we see that it is being used in advanced countries almost 4 to 5 years before, and it is a very important aspect of the technology where it can give us a very righteous approach. We will be discussing further when we will be reaching to the digital twin. So this is how the simulation aspects will be equally important, and they will be equally contributing towards the IR 5.0. Now, how horizontally and vertically system integrations are. This is not the solution. Then when we are saying that we will have the drones, we will have the simulations, we will have the suppose the big data, we will have the cybersecurity, we will have the artificial intelligence, we will have everything. But until and unless, if suppose we don't have a strong integration of them, then we will not be able to reach to that goal, which is in the form of the IR 5.0. So that's why this is more means encouraging things that we are looking for in an industry 5.0 concept. We will see that all of the technologies, they will be having a very strong integration, horizontal integration, vertical integration as well. So we will be using, say for example, if we are using the drones, so the drones will not be having on the capability for the drones just to fly and land some place or complete their operation, but they will be smart, they will be intelligent, they will be using the artificial intelligence, they will be using the cyber security, they will be using the big data, so they will be doing everything. So this is how the means integration of the technology will be there, and it will be very strong. So this is how, if we see now at this moment, the culture is different. Now it is not same like 1 decade before, while we will have the different researchers, they have the different research domains, and we are working only in that particular research domain. But now it is highly appreciated to means work in a multi-domain. Now it is highly appreciated to work in the multi-environment. Now it is highly appreciated that we can means work in integration environment, where we are having the means different sort of the disciplines. So I can share here at our university, even we are for the undergraduate level students, when they go for the final year projects, we don't allow them to work in only in the computer science or in the engineering, but we give them a very tough and different environment. So they have to go with the different disciplines. So they have to go to see that how they can work with the medical, how they can work with the different. So we name it as ML approach, so multi-level approach. So this is how, because the future is for that. In future, we will be looking for that how we can work for the multi-level, how we can work for the multidisciplinary, and how we can be able to integrate them. So we can contribute by, the researchers can contribute by their own from their own specialty, but this is how, this is the future of, and that's why this qualify for the IR5 as well. This also qualify for this as well. Now we're coming to the digital twin again. So digital twin, as I mentioned, it is not a new thing. It is a bit old, means 4 or 5 years before. Probably it is not common in our region, but it is being used, and it is very common in very advanced countries. And it has a very important technology in terms of saving cost, in terms of getting predictions in advance, in terms of means taking the right decisions. So what it is actually doing, with the digital twin technology, we are just creating a digital twin. In a simplest word, we can say that we are creating a carbon copy. We are creating a photocopy of whatever the process we have. Then that process, we are utilizing the history of the data for any particular component, and then we can see that how, in case if suppose anything is going to be happen, any attack is going to be happen, any malicious thing is going to be happen to this machine. So we are not using on the real machine, but we are testing that on the digital twin. So then we can see, in case if suppose anything or any issue is going to be happen, then what happened and what could be the possible solutions. So we can do our homework in advance. So and means in case if suppose that is going to be happen in real case scenario, then we already know that if suppose this is the scenario, then what is the right solution, and we can save our time as well. Not only this, digital twin technology is very rich. Mostly they are using for the jet engines and for other things as well. So this can predict even for any part of the industry, for any part of the, say for example, what we just quoted for the jet engines. So it can explain us in advance for any particular component that this component is at the current position, the life for this component is this much, and after this much number of the cycles, this will be going to be damaged and it needs the repair or it needs the replacement. So based on this, how digital twin is helping us based on its previous data, based on its previous life of the component. So this is how it's working with the industry. So after that, it can also even suggest us, recommend us the right possible solutions with the different options. Suppose we are going to replace this one, then how much it will having the life with compared to the other components as well. So that is itself is a very interesting means part. It's a very interesting technology itself in a digital twin. Maybe some other time we can talk about the digital twin comprehensively. So anyhow, this technology is also qualifying for IR4. So if we just focus that, these all of the technologies are very cutting edge technologies, and they all are actually focusing to make the things enable, to make the things advanced. When we say advanced, advanced in terms what? Make the things advanced on a fingertips. What it mean by fingertips? They can predict before, they can know before, they can provide the things, the solutions before. So how they can integrate with itself. So all of the technologies they can integrate, then only it will be possible when we can claim, when we can say that now the machine become our partner. Now the machine is not only a machine. Okay, so machine is sometimes it's working, it's not smart, it's only a dumb machine. Even sometimes it's a smart machine, but again that has the some sort of the capability or some sort of the limitations. But now we are trying to see that how they can be working as a partner. They have to contribute, they have to means inform us, and they have to means update us that how they can contribute to towards the society. Okay, so these things are very good. These are very means nice dreams we are looking for. We are behind those dreams, and they will come true means very soon. Not a big deal. But again, whenever we go for anything, always we do remember that there are the two sides of the coin. So the second side of the coin is always there. So that is known in our research world as a challenges. So challenges are there. When we are supposed to overcome the challenges, then only we will be able to reach them. As soon as possible, we will be means overcome with the challenges. Then it will be the good for us. So in this, you can see, and the challenges, the first and the most important part is the IT security issues. This is how, that's why we were focusing about the cyber security. So we are going means very faster in that particular direction, okay, to making the lives very smarter, to making even the whole society smarter. We are not looking for the smart home, not looking for the smart city, but we are going at the larger scale for the smart society. But again, the thing is that security is the issue. That is a challenge. Okay, so this domain is there to be means work for. Okay, so we need to overcome with the challenges as we can means be able to make our dreams true as soon as possible. So now at this stage, lack of the clarity of the economical benefits. For sure we have, but we don't have a very clear picture. We don't have a very clear picture that how it will be contributing in what sector, how it will be contributing in what sector, and how much it will be. So if we remember, this is very much maybe for a lighter mode, when the computers, they were means at once they were appeared, and the technology at once it was taking the control. So most of the people, they were having a scary feeling that maybe now we will be losing the jobs. So these are not the things that we will be losing the jobs, but now we have more jobs. In the same aspect, we will have more economical benefits, but at this stage we are not clear about that. So now we again require the workforce, we require the laborers as well, but now we require the skilled labor. What it means by the skilled labor? So now with the time of IR5, we will be coming up with a very changed environment where we will be looking for the skilled persons. We will be looking for the skilled persons, that those who are going to the universities, what sort of skills they have. So the degrees, our universities will be mainly focused on skill oriented, because then they can only be means contributing towards the society, towards the means technology, and they can be means surviving. So this is how, and also based on means always the very important component, which is the regulation, compliance as well. So because that is also a challenge for us. But this is somehow with the high increase rate of the technology, with high acceptance of the technology, now the compliance part is becoming not harder as of before. And especially during this pandemic situation, last 1.5 years, it really opens the eyes for the means people that how much technology is important. I'm not sure, but I can see the readings, I can see the studies are showing that during this pandemic time, even in the universities, The admission criteria, admission rates are more than double, 3 times, especially related to the means IT related studies. So why they are coming? Because the people and everyone now knows that what is the value of the technology. So wherever we are looking for anything, that actually goes lead to the technology. So now what will be the impact and how it will be? So the actual impact, that what we will be discussing in the conclusion from where we started actually, but we can see that by applying when this is the dream is going to be true for the industry 5.0. So this will be improvement in everything, not only for the industry, not only in the supply chain management, not only means in the products, not only in the security, in everything, in economics, in business, in life cycles, in value chain, in logistics, okay, in everything. And this is for sure, because if suppose it goes to everything, then only we can say that we can means elevate the living standard. Then we only can say that now we are focusing to the smart society, and then only we can claim that what is actually the United Nations is looking for, that we are fulfilled. So this is actually the motive, this is actually the goal, this is actually the conclusion, that the United Nation, when we are referring to the United Nation, it means that it is representing to all of us, all of our human community. So we are looking for sustainable development. So for sustainable development goals, we are looking for a smart society. And for smart society, we are looking for IR5. And for IR5, we are looking for the cutting edge technologies. And for cutting edge technologies, we are looking for multidisciplinary approaches. And for multidisciplinary approaches, we are looking for high level of integration. And for these all things, we are looking for skillful laborers. So this is how, that is the direction of our future. That is the direction for us as a researcher, as an academia people. This is the direction we need to understand, and that is the way, that is the road we need to show to our students as well, that how they are supposed to. So they have to explore the means things as much as possible. So just see where we can focus, because 10 years just go like very fast. We are in 2021, they are targeting by the 2030 for IR5. And for the smart society, a completely uplifting, the Japanese government, what they announced in 2016, they have their goal that it will be implemented completely, fully by 2050 maximum. So 2050, the world will be totally different. The 2030, maybe even the world will be totally different, but 2050, the world will be totally different. Maybe whatever our regular practices right now we have, maybe we don't have. Maybe now we're going for a shopping, so we need to purchase something. Say, for example, we are going for a shopping for the groceries. We are going for shopping to have the different malls for our class and something. So always we like something, and then we go to the try room and we try. So maybe after some time, we will not require to go physically and go for try physically. Even in the means some part of the world, they already implemented using the AR and VR technologies, so they can, without wearing anything, so we can know that how it will be fit to our means bodies like that. And this is only one of the example. So this is how the technology is leading now towards IR5, Smart Society 5.0. That's why the Smart Society is also known as Smart Society 5.0, because they are very parallel to each other, and they are focusing, their base is actually for the sustainable development goals. So this is how, this is what we try to discuss. I hope that it gives the insight about the Industry 5.0. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for your time. Thanks for bearing me for this long time, and thanks again for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Hello, sir. That was really a very good talk by Indeed. So we'll take up few questions from now on, sir.
Sure, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have a question from our faculty, Dr. K. Paramesha. So he
Right.
has, what types of attacks are possible in IoT? So that's his question, sir.
If we talk about attacks to the IoT, IoT is actually very much vulnerable related to the attacks. If we go through the study, the literature suggests us that in case if suppose the IoT device is going to be active, it only requires maximum 3 minutes to be down, which is a very critical. And most of the attacks, like they can be launched to the IoT or IIoT for all of them. So now the critical situation is that we cannot apply the same encryption techniques, we cannot apply the same algorithms like what we are using for our conventional things, systems. We only need the lightweight means opportunities and lightweight approaches for this, which we don't have. And if suppose we are using the lightweight, we have lightweight. What I mean that we don't have, we have lightweight. They are not at up to the same level of the strength. So we can find out there are so many online options are available where they can show us the live records that how much attacks are being happened now, especially for the IoT, and we can see that how vulnerable it is. So it is very much prone, it is very much vulnerable component. This is why we are looking for its security concerns, that how we can make it. And a range of the attacks, not a single attack, starting from even for DDoS, and it goes means range of the attacks which can be easily done with this one. Thank you.
Ma'am, sir, we have one more question.
Most welcome.
The question is, even the technologies between the 4.0 and 5.0 are almost the same. What is the major difference between 4.0 and 5.0?
The level of technology. The few technologies that what we discussed right now, they are same, and few of the things they are actually not at the same level. So say for example, if we consider for the artificial intelligence, so the level of the artificial intelligence will be very much different. Say for example, right now we are considering about the smart systems or smart things. So their level of smartness is different, the scope is different. So now in Industry 5.0, we are looking for the cognitive level of their intelligence. So what it means by the cognitive, so it means they can learn from its own data, they can decide what could be the possible solution, and then they can suggest or implement by their own. So right now I'm working with my team for one of the project which is related to the Facebook. So in the Facebook, what the issues they are facing, actually, they are facing the issue that is actually they are saying that when they are using the users, they are in the number of users in billions. So in case if suppose any type of the attack is going to be happen on them, so it is hard to educate them that they are under attack. Before, not only the Facebook team, they are supposed to identify them and come up with the mitigation for that one. But the user who are a regular user, they are using, while they are not aware about that, so they are becoming a source to spread it out further. So for that project, we are working on the cognitive approach, that how in case if suppose these type of the attacks are there, so for up to a certain level, how we can be able to mitigate them, and we just stop its severity towards the users. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Brunda R. She asks whether it is possible to detect drone using IoT.
Now, possible to detect is this question may have the multiple aspects. So detecting the drones in what sense? Detecting its presence, detecting its communication, detecting its protocols what they are using. So in some of the cases we can say yes. In some of the cases we can say it is not possible because of the range of the operations.
Okay, so the next question is from Dr. C.S. Anita. So her question is, how will Industry 5.0 democratize knowledge from big data?
Big data is the base. What we can say, it is the backbone. Like suppose if we are looking for a cyber security, so cyber security, it means it will be providing a security to what? To the data. If we are going for the means analytical part, so for what we are going to do the means analysis or something. If we are coming up with the smart systems, how they will become smart? So they become only more smarter when they have a huge amount of the data. So that big data, for sure, this is actually the backbone of the system. Like same it is for IR4 and same it will be for IR 5.0.
Thank you, sir. So the next
Yeah,
question
well,
is from Mr. Sam. So his question is, won't Industry 5.0 reduce the human connection in the society and make us less societal?
that's what we were discussing as well, that we are not supposed to be feeling scared that these technologies are coming, so they will have any impact, means a negative impact on us. No, it is not like that. It will for sure have a very positive impact, means on jobs, and very positive impact on our life, and very positive impact on our, even we can say that our living standard will be changed from current level to the next level. But we need to be equipped ourselves. We need to know ourselves, our skills. We need to update ourselves. Now we can see that means if suppose we are in with the technology, so we are in everywhere. So this is how means I can say that we will have the positive things from it, nothing negative from it. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. That's
You're
all
welcome.
we have with respect to the question, sir. So it was
Thank
really
you.
nice of you for joining us with your busy schedule. Thanks a
My
lot, sir.
pleasure.
It was really good.
Most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I thank all the participants for kindly listening to us, patiently listening to us. Thank you. And the feedback is link is posted in the chat box. Please give us your valuable feedback.
Yes, sir. So, Professor
Thank you.
Zaman, sir, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and be a part of this wonderful colloquium. Thank you so much listening to you, sir. In future, also, we'll contact you for further collaboration, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Most welcome. This is my prayer. Thanks to you for inviting for our center here. We have the different sort of the collaborations, and we hope that we will be working together in future as well. Thank you very
Sure,
much
sir.
again.
Sure, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.